How's it going, everybody? Dat1Guy760 here, and today I'm showing you how I make my proxy decks. It's a lot of people have asked me, and I figured I'd make this video since I'm giving out my Mega Man deck soon. So the basic sites that you're gonna need are Moxfield right here, and then NPC fill, and then custom playing cards. These other two, this is an upscaler for your images, AI upscaler. If you don't know what that is, your image is like 300 by 500 and you don't want to like redo it or something like that, you can go to this upscaler right here and it'll upscale to a different one. For example, this one I did right here, 1500 by 2100, it upscaled it 2 times, and it can go all the way up to 8, I believe, depending on the size sometimes. I don't think it's going to do it for this one because it's already pretty big, but yeah, that's how that goes. So let's start with your deck. So this is the deck I'm going to be doing. This is my Voltron deck that I made or helped put together, whatnot. It is, I know this number is insane, but I'm taking out some of the really expensive cards, so don't worry about that. But hey, that's the beauty of proxy. You can really do whatever you want. So what you're going to do is you're going to come here, you're going to export it so you can get the text here. You go, I like to do copy for MTG Go, or MTG Online, just because it just seems to copy a lot better. So it's copied to your clipboard. You then take it over to NPC autofill. This is where you're going to get everything ready. So click the editor. You go to add cards, go from text, and you just paste it in there. So once it's all in there, you submit it, and it's gonna take a few minutes, but it's gonna pull it all up. And if this takes a little while, then I'll cut it, but it doesn't look like it's going to. We'll see. But once you do that, you now have your list of cards. And if you just want to be good from here, you can go to finished and all that. But what you can do from here is actually find other arts that have been people have done or uploaded to here. There's all sorts of things like this. All of that glitters is really cool. You can pick that, bunch for Ancient Tomb. And usually the older the card, the more art most of the time. If you go to like basic lands, you'll see there's wow, that's actually jumped. There's almost 1,200 arts for forest, and that's actually jumped. There was only like 700 last time I did it, so that's jumped a lot. They do also have newer, but we'll get to that later. So there's the whole list. You make sure that all the cards have popped up, because sometimes they can't find it, or maybe it's spelled wrong, so it's not on there. So make sure everything is in, and I would highly recommend when you go on Moxfield, scroll down, get your tokens too. Okay, it doesn't automatically add them, so you have to come back to add cards. Once again, go to text, and it shows you right here 1 times T, and then whatever the token is going to be. So for mine, I need 1 token treasure. I also need, I believe it said a bird beast. Bird beast. And what was the last one? Construct. Okay, so I submit that, they loading, and boom, they're right here at the bottom, and I can pick arts and all sorts of stuff for it. So, all right, so the important part is once you're done here, you can scroll back. Oh, I'm sorry. You can also do the back of the card too. Pick whatever art you want for the back of the card. So they have some pretty cool options here. Let's pick that real quick. Really doesn't matter. All right, so once I'm done, I will click I finished my project. And what you'll want to do is you'll want to download, okay? And it'll take you, this is where I keep info for my Voltron deck. You just download the XML, which which is basically the list of all information for your cards and whatnot. I already have this one saved, that's why it would show a double. And then after that, MPC Field does a really cool thing called desktop. It has a desktop tool to automatically upload everything to makeplayingcards.com. So you just download the desktop tool, whatever you're doing it on. It'll pop up, and make sure you put it in the same folder that you have your cards link in. Okay, that's important. It'll tell you in the directions too. So once it's all done there, pull up the folder, and then you run the autofill program. And what it's going to do, it asks you a few questions. Which web browser would you like to run? Just hit, I'm using Chrome, so it does it automatically. Which site would you like to make playing cards as the default? They do other ones, Printer Studio DE, Printer Studio UK. I'm sitting there pointing at the screen like you guys can see, my bad. The other one's right here, but I just hit enter. Automatically save this project to the account. Yeah, just because, why not? Should the tool auto post-process your images and reduce upload time? I'd say no, because I've had some blurry images and all my images are pretty high quality. So we're gonna allow access. Alright, so it's going now. Do you want the tool to continue editing existing projects? I'm gonna hit enter. I don't think I had an existing product, but what it's gonna do, it's gonna start downloading the images, and then it's gonna upload. But you can see right here, it needs me to log in, so I'm gonna go ahead and log in, and I'll go ahead and probably just cut this part out, or it'll just go off to the side a little bit, so I don't need you guys seeing my image there. I'll probably just cut this part. Alright. So I'm logged in. And then what it's going to do is once it's done, it'll take over. As you can see, it's already doing everything for me. I'm not touching anything right now, and it's doing all this for me. So it's going to pick the deck size, everything it needs. It's going to start uploading. See, it automatically put in the number of cards, and as the images get downloaded, it'll upload them. And honestly, if that was all we were doing, we'd pretty much be done. At that point, you just have to, it'll go all the way through the process. You just have to put in your payment information, and you're good to go. I've generally found this to be about 40 bucks. The deck itself is around 28, and then the shipping is about 12 bucks. So that's generally what it is. That's why I usually do about 2 decks at a time, save myself some shipping. So I usually do that. So I'm sending about 60 some odd bucks to get a couple decks made at the same time. But the reason why I'm doing it this way is because I'm going to show you how to add cards in. And while that's going, I'm going to go ahead and show you the card builder I used. So this is mtgcardbuilder.com. This is their editor area. There are ads. It is what it is. But let me just show you. So I'm going to start by putting in one of the latest cards recently, Super State. So that is the new card from the Sonic the Hedgehog Secret Lair. They already have the info in for it. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to change it so you have all these options for frames. I'm going to go tall art, and it automatically resizes it. So since it's artifact, come down here. It says artifact frame. You add the frame to the card. Boom. You have the card. But what I do then is I just go in, I choose some art. This is some art that I've been grabbing for all the Mega Man cards I'm doing. There's a Super State card, and I add it in, boom. I have my own Super State card. If I know who the artist is, right here, I can change the name, put in credit to the artist. Looks like you can't see that because I am a dummy and did not resize my thing properly. But basically, it'll change the art area. I didn't change my camera. I can't really move it off the thing, but just trust me. This changes the art name down here. Like I can type, even though I'm not the artist for this art. I like to give them credit if I can. If I can find out who did the art, I usually do. Also, I like to change the set symbol. You can choose any set symbol they have from Magic's history here, but I usually go in here and I made my own Mega Man Helmet Mythic. So that's how I went and made that. Then you just go to download image, and that's it. That's how I make some of the cards. Now, as to why this takes me so long is because I am very thematic in what I do. So I'm not going to just see a card that says Super State and then put a random Mega Man art right there. No, I'm going to pick something that fits with it. And that's generally what takes me so long, especially with something like Mega Man X, where there is a lot of art, but none of it's entirely specific as to what goes with a card. I kind of go a little out of the box on some of these. So it looks like the NPC fill thing is done. So it's going to go through all these things. It's going to skip the add the text. The back, it already has it. And then it's going to move on again to the next step. You can also see it right here. Percentage that is done is technically done. But right here, preview, add to cart. I mean, you can look at everything, but what we're actually going to go back to is we're going to go to customize front. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to do my own images here. So let's see, that is all that glitters. Of course it defaulted to the wrong thing. There we go. So all that glitters right here, the bubble splash. I'm going to upload that, and it's going to click there and replace it. Or I might have to drag. Yeah, have to drag. See, this one ended up a little big. You can actually see it's outside the area that I want, which is not good because the last time I did this, it did not go right. So sometimes you have to play with it because this is a little big. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want the card to be cut off like last time I did. Quick interjection. So I figured out what was going on. The images just didn't have enough border space as to why they didn't fit properly. So if you do use the same editor that I use, I recommend doing this. So you're gonna have to go to like Photoshop or something, or Paint. I use Photoshop just because I know Photoshop. So we'll do the next card here. This would be the next one. And then what I would have to do is go in and I have to make it slightly larger. And I found that 10% larger just works. So I make it about 10% larger and then select the area I fill. I'm doing individual things to show you. I know the commands for fill and all that. So I do that and then I just save, because I'm gonna save over the original because I mean this is the corrected thing anyway. And once that's done, and yes, my computer is older, it's about 5 years old, so it's a little slower. Then I come back over here, I upload the image. here. I drag it over where it's supposed to be, and it fits a lot better than it did before. So I think I'm gonna try and find a new editor or a card creator. Hopefully something that downloads it a little bit better. I've just been using this one for so long, I didn't even realize it. Um, but I guess I should have realized it from the last time I made some cards. They didn't turn out quite right. They were just a little bit bigger. If you just do every single build and just go